Let's talk about a day that shaped South Africa, a pivotal moment in the nation's journey. January 8th. For most, it's just another date, another tick of the clock in the grand scheme of things. But in South Africa, it's ANC Foundation Day, a day of immense significance. It's the birthday of a movement that changed a nation, forever altering its course. This isn't just a history lesson. It's more than dates and names in a textbook. It's about celebrating the fight for freedom, the long and arduous journey towards liberation. It's about the dream of a fair, dignified South Africa, a nation where everyone is treated with respect and dignity. On this day, people remember the start of the African National Congress or ANC and over a century of struggle and triumph, a testament to the unwavering spirit of the South African people. It's a time to honor those who sacrificed for a better future, many never seeing the results of their courage, their bravery, and their unwavering commitment to the cause. ANC Foundation Day is about resilience. People who stood up against a system built to keep them down, a system designed to oppress and marginalize. They faced discrimination, violence, and imprisonment, but never gave up hope. This day celebrates that unbreakable spirit and the power of unity for justice. It's not just about looking back, it's not solely about dwelling on the past, it's about looking forward, envisioning a brighter tomorrow. Foundation Day is a moment for South Africans to reflect on present challenges and future goals. What kind of country do they want to build now? What is the vision for the future? How can hard-won freedom lead to a better life for all? How can we ensure that the benefits of freedom are shared by everyone? It's a day of reflection and renewal, a promise to keep building on that foundation, on the principles and values that the ANC was founded upon. The fight for equality and prosperity continues. It's a reminder that the journey isn't over. There's still much work to be done. Every year, South Africans recommit to the ideals that started it all. It's about courage, hope, and the ongoing work for justice. So when you hear about ANC Foundation Day, remember, it's a celebration of the past and a call to action for the future. Let's get to work. The story is still being written, and every South African has a role to play in shaping its next chapter. Let's rewind the clock to January 8, 1912, a pivotal moment in South African history. In Bloemfontein, a city that would become synonymous with the birth of a movement. A group of leaders, representing a cross-section of Black South African society, chiefs, respected figures within their communities, churchmen, spiritual guides offering solace and direction, writers, chronicling the struggles and aspirations of their people, lawyers, defenders of justice in a system designed to deny it, gathered with a single goal: unity. They saw that divided voices weren't enough. Their individual pleas were being ignored. They needed to speak as one, with a collective voice that could no longer be silenced. Key founders included John Dubé, Pixley Ka Isaka Seme, and Sol Plaatje. These were real people with real courage, facing immense pressure and injustice, coming together to fight for dignity and rights. At the time, Black South Africans were divided along tribal lines and class distinctions, making it easier for colonial control to maintain its grip. The founders wanted to change that by uniting everyone under one banner, transcending their differences for a common cause. The organization was first called the South African Native National Congress, or ANC. Their revolutionary idea unity could challenge discrimination and oppression. They created a platform for Black voices and grievances addressed. The ANC was a seed of hope in tough times. They couldn't have imagined the long struggle ahead, the sacrifices that would be made, but they took that first step. Their unity lit a flame that would one day help create a democratic South Africa. That day in Bloemfontein marks the beginning of a long walk to freedom. It's a story of vision, a clear understanding of what could be, courage, the strength to stand up against injustice, and the power of coming together. The ANC's birth was an act of hope, and it changed history. Why did the ANC need to exist? Life for Black South Africans in the early 1900s was harsh. Under colonial rule, a minority made decisions for the majority, and those decisions rarely favored Black people. The 1913 Natives Land Act was a turning point. It forced Black Africans onto just 7% of the land, pushing millions into poverty. This law wasn't just about land, it was about survival and dignity. Racial discrimination was everywhere, where you lived, worked, learned, even where you could walk. Pass laws controlled movement, and failing to show a pass could mean arrest. The system was designed to humiliate and control. The ANC was born out of this injustice, a desperate need for change. People were tired of being voiceless and oppressed. Organizing was an act of defiance and hope. the SANC, later the ANC, declared they would not accept their fate. They were ready to struggle for freedom and equality no matter how long it took. The ANC's formation was a stand against injustice. In the beginning, the ANC tried persuasion, petitions, delegations, peaceful protests. They hoped reason would change minds, but the government ignored them. As conditions worsened, a new, younger generation emerged. In 1944, the ANC Youth League was formed. Leaders like Nelson Mandela, Walter Sisulu, and Oliver Tambo pushed for more assertive action. They called for boycotts, strikes, and civil disobedience, mass action to challenge unjust laws. The strategy shifted from polite appeals to direct confrontation. Then came a turning point, the Sharpeville massacre in 1960, where police killed peaceful protesters. The government banned the ANC, forcing it underground. Realizing peaceful protest wasn't enough, the ANC co-founded Umkhonto we Sizwe, its armed wing, in 1961. It was a painful but necessary choice, to fight fire with fire. The struggle became both underground and international. The ANC's fight evolved, but the goal remained freedom. The ANC's journey, a long and arduous one, is marked by a series of pivotal events, each one defining moments that shaped its trajectory and the future of South Africa. The 1952 Defiance Campaign, a watershed moment, saw thousands of ordinary South Africans bravely break apartheid laws, challenging the very foundation in mass non-violent protest, demonstrating their unwavering commitment to equality. This bold act of defiance raised the ANC's profile at home and abroad, bringing much-needed international attention to the injustices. In 1955, a pivotal year, the Congress of the People, a historic gathering, adopted the Freedom Charter, a document that would become declaring with unwavering conviction, "The people shall govern." A powerful statement of democratic intent. It was laying out a vision, a blueprint, for a just, equal South Africa, a nation free from oppression and discrimination. The government responded with brutality, attempting to crush the growing movement. Most infamously, in a moment etched in the history of apartheid at Sharpeville in 1960, a day of immense tragedy, where police forces killed 69 peaceful protesters, a stark reminder of the regime's ruthlessness. The ANC and other groups were banned, their activities outlawed, forcing the struggle underground into the shadows and into exile, a painful but necessary step. Leaders set up offices abroad far from their homeland, building international support, forging alliances with nations and organizations worldwide, and organizing resistance from afar, strategizing and planning for the eventual return. The global anti-apartheid movement grew, gaining momentum with boycotts and sanctions, economic pressure, pressuring the regime, squeezing its resources and legitimacy. International solidarity, a powerful force, became a powerful weapon, isolating the apartheid government. Despite repression, the constant threat of violence and imprisonment, the ANC kept the fight alive, never wavering in its commitment. Inside and outside South Africa, maintaining a presence both at home and abroad. These turning points, these critical moments galvanized the movement, injecting new energy and determination, and drew the world's attention, shining a light on the injustices of apartheid. The struggle became more than just a local conflict, a global cause, a fight for justice that resonated around the world, for human rights, for the fundamental rights of all people. Each event, each act of defiance brought the dream of freedom closer, inching towards a new South Africa. The ANC's resilience, its unwavering spirit, inspired millions, giving them hope for a better future. The world could no longer turn a blind eye, ignore apartheid, its brutality, and its inherent injustice. No ANC story is complete without Nelson Mandela. Arrested in 1962, Mandela spent 27 years in prison, becoming a global symbol of resistance. Even behind bars, his spirit inspired millions. The call to free Nelson Mandela echoed worldwide. The ANC, banned and persecuted, kept leading the fight, inside South Africa and in exile. International pressure and internal resistance grew in the 1980s. The apartheid regime realized change was inevitable. Secret talks began. In 1990, Mandela was released and the ANC unbanned. Intense negotiations followed, leading to South Africa's first democratic elections in 1994. The ANC won, and Mandela became president. It was a triumph of hope, unity, and the human spirit. A new era had begun. How do South Africans mark ANC Foundation Day? The highlight is the January 8th statement, a major address by the ANC president, setting the party's vision for the year. It's like a State of the Union for the ANC, reflecting on achievements and outlining priorities. Across the country, rallies and gatherings bring people together in ANC colors: black, green, and gold. There's music, dancing, and speeches, but also serious reflection. Local branches host their own events, making it a nationwide celebration. It's a time to honor the past and recommit to the future. The day energizes supporters and reaffirms the ANC's core values. It's not just a party, it's a call to action. People remember the sacrifices made and the work still ahead. Foundation Day is about pride, purpose, and unity. It's a celebration with meaning. Despite its legacy, the ANC in South Africa face big challenges. Rebuilding trust is crucial. Corruption and service delivery issues have eroded confidence. The political landscape is shifting, with coalitions becoming more common. The ANC must learn to negotiate, compromise, and build consensus. Engaging young people is vital. The Born Frees have new hopes and concerns. The party needs to connect with youth, using new platforms and addressing issues like jobs and education. Tackling poverty, inequality, and unemployment remains the biggest task. These are apartheid's enduring legacies. Real progress means innovative policies and real action. The dream of a better life for all is still the driving force. The journey continues. So what can you do? Start by learning, read, watch, listen, and understand the ANC's history and South Africa's journey. Share what you learn. Keep the memory alive for future generations. Support organizations working for positive change through volunteering, donations, or spreading the word. Reflect on the values of freedom, equality, and justice in your own life. Ask, how can you make your community fairer and more inclusive? Change isn't just for politicians or activists, it's for everyone. Every action, big or small, matters. The struggle for a better world is ongoing. Get informed, get inspired, and get involved.